my official initial response was I was shocked of the incident. You know, when I viewed the video, after you know, trying to understand the whole picture, and I don't know if we've seen the whole picture. You know, I wasn't there, but just initial what everybody saw on social media, on the news, I was shocked. And then initially I reached out to the staff, the officers, had discussions with them, and have done some talking to the community also. There's a minimum that's set by the Maryland Police Standards Training Commission. They do they come up with a minimum that officers have to receive during while they're in the police academy, which is it's 970 hours at this point. And within that 970 hours, there's a lot of different you know, courses on different issues, and there's practicals and of course firearms. And then after they get out of academy, there's a mandate that all officers across the state have to attend at least 18 hours of in-service training every year. That's a mandate by the same commission. And then you have your normal firearms every year. That's mandated. So you have the mandated training, that's your minimum requirements you have to take to get certified as a police officer, and then to stay as a police officer. And then you can, if the officer wants to, can branch out and take extra training or get specialized or certified in specific courses. We are not trained to do any type of neck restraint that I'm aware of. I've never received it, and I've been here over 28 years. Our policy is against no use of any type of neck restraint at all. There's definitely some community policing trainings you can receive, but my experience is basically on the job. When the officer first starts here, gets out of academy, or first is employed here, the field trainer, they have to ride with a field trainer for it's like 200 hours, work hours. And that field trainer, who's usually a supervisor and has also been trained as a field training, so they are a field training officer, so they have a special certification. They teach them the ropes on how to get along with the community, what not to do, and you know what functions to go to. And then obviously more on the job, you get released for field training, and you start listening to the veteran officers, and you know the veteran officers recommend different things in reference to community policing, or assign you different things in reference to community policing. I've been an advocate for community policing for years, because back in early 2000s, I was in charge of the Hotspot/C-Safe grant that the town was involved in, and I found developing a rapport with people in that community was the best angle you could go. And in that rapport, you know, that was back in the early 2000s, and I'm still to this day have that rapport. Examples interacting with the community from a lot of different levels. Examples of community policing would be parades, foot patrols, church meetings, block parties, or just walking foot patrol in a certain neighborhood in town and talking to the residents. That's a big form of community policing, because in those instances you're one-on-one with a lot of people and can just stand there and talk to one person about what's going on, or their concerns, or their issues. And we do that all the time. And you'll be surprised how many people call. And in fact, I had a woman call this morning. Will call us and say, "I'm sorry to bother you. I didn't really want to bother you," and then explain their situation. And it was obviously a police-related matter where we could assist. And I'm constantly telling people, call. Don't hesitate to call, because you don't know what could happen. You could end up getting hurt, or we could respond, get to the scene, and take whatever action and end up the person could be wanted or you don't know. So don't ever, I tell people all the time, don't ever hesitate to call. Even if you're having a bad day and you're just not feeling, give us a call. I talk to people all the time, just having a bad day. And we talk to we talk 10 or 15 minutes and give them some ideas or resources, and they leave smiling. And that's a good feeling. That's rewarding. Any issues with me or my staff or the agency, or you're just having some issues and you need help, call. I'd rather people call proactively in the beginning. Let's come up with a game plan, discuss it, and solve it, than have the bad results end up. And also, I'm very proud of the community in Chestertown and in the county. How they acted last week with no violence. It was a good feeling to go to those marches last week and have people basically cheering and not fighting and screaming and looting and et cetera, et cetera. So it's a good feeling.